Today's topic, how to spiritually grow. Today I want to give you some very practical tips that will help you to spiritually grow and to reach the next level on your spiritual journey. And the first tip that I want to share with you, or let's say the first rule that most people ignore, is to embark on your spiritual journey and not on your spiritual quick fix tour. It's a very different mindset. Give yourself time. I know you want to manifest thousands of dollars tomorrow, and I know you want to have your new car in 2 weeks, or no, maybe even in 1 week, or no, maybe in 2 hours. So many people who embark on this journey have so much potential. I mean, just when I think about all the amazing people who I coach in Skype manifestation coaching sessions, they have so much potential. But I have to admit it, even though you might think now, why should I book a coaching with you if that's the case? Not everyone succeeds. Why is that the case? Because I experienced it over and over again that people book 1 or 2 or maybe 3 sessions with me, they work on themselves, they experience their first manifestations, they raise their vibration, they do the things that they have to do to manifest their dream life, and it works. They receive the first signs from the universe. They receive the first small manifestations. They feel better. They've never felt better. I mean, they tell me in emails. And then I don't hear from them in a while. And then after a couple of weeks, they write me another email and say, "Oh, Sebastian, life got in the way. It gets stressful again. And I stopped meditating. I stopped using my affirmations. I stopped doing this. I stopped doing that." And then they have to start again. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to repeat this vicious cycle over and over again. That's why it's important for you to think about it in the long term and not in the short term. Embark on your spiritual journey and not on your spiritual quick fix. I mean, I'm happy to help you in a Skype manifestation coaching session. I'm happy to guide you. I'm happy to help you to manifest your dreams and to have amazing spiritual awakenings in the process. But you have to then put in the work. You have to work on your spiritual path. I can't do that for you. I can only guide you. I can give you the techniques. I can work with you in the Skype coaching sessions. I can practice with you in the Skype coaching sessions. We can do all these things. We can fine-tune everything. But in the end, you have to go out and do it. And you will only do it if you see it as a spiritual journey and not as a quick fix. Because if you see it as a spiritual quick fix, then you will give up before you can reach the magic destination. And meditate every day. I don't care how you meditate, even though, of course, I can highly recommend that you meditate with the vibration rocket meditation, which is a meditation that I designed specifically for you to raise your vibration. It's a guided meditation in which I guide you through a specific process that will help you to raise your vibration. And if you have a high vibration, then you can become a vibrational match to the things that you want to manifest. And if you want to find out more about the vibration rocket meditation, then you can click on the link in the description. But even if you say, "No, Sebastian, I have enough of your German accent, I won't invest in the vibration rocket meditation," that's also okay. That's totally up to you. Then you can, for example, use a mantra meditation where you repeat a certain phrase or a certain word in your mind or even out loud. You can, for example, repeat in your mind, "I love myself, I love myself," or "I am worthy, I am worthy." Or, for example, "I am ready to receive. I'm ready to receive from the universe." Or you can simply follow your breath. But daily meditation helps so much, especially when you then later on use your meditation practice and combine it with visualization and with creating all these amazing emotions that you need to create in order to manifest the things you want into your life. But meditation is really one of the things that if you embark on this spiritual journey, I can highly recommend to do it daily. And face your trauma like a warrior. Running away and suppressing it doesn't work. Believe me, I've tried it for over a decade. And the results were numerous health issues, numerous mental breakdowns, things I did in the past that I would never do again, and a very low vibration that led to severe depression. That's not the path that you want to embark on. And in case you've already embarked on this path, now is the time to stop it. Heal your trauma. I can't stress this enough. And this is also a very popular misconception of spiritual people, that when I say raise your vibration, I don't mean that you should just ignore all your emotions that you feel right now and just dance happy, happy, happy. It's a step-by-step process. And the first step is to, yes, face your emotions that you're experiencing right now. Allow your trauma to reach the surface. And no matter if you're a woman or if you're a man and other people told you it's not good to cry, you don't cry, adults don't cry, or in case you're a guy, men don't cry, I want you to cry. I want you to let these emotions out. If you don't allow these emotions to reach the surface, you will never be able to reach the next level on your spiritual journey. I know that from my own experience. And I faced my trauma, and believe me, that was some hard stuff. I cried, I punched the wall, I got angry. That's okay. Feel these emotions. If you don't feel them, you will just suppress them. And then at some point, the explosion is inevitable, and that's not a good thing. And that's also why I decided to include the Trauma Transformation audio course, which is an audio course that is over 1 hour long, in which I share all kinds of different techniques that help you to overcome your trauma. And I included this as a free bonus if you decide to invest in the Vibration Rocket program. And like I said, if you want to find out more about the Vibration Rocket program, then you can click on the link in the description. And don't be so hard on yourself. I know you want the spiritual awakening right now. I know you want to be a spiritual master. I know you want to manifest your dreams. And what often happens with my Skype coaching clients, when they, for example, have 3 or 4 sessions with me, and then they get impatient, and then they think, oh, I should be further ahead on the spiritual journey. And this is a very tricky situation, because what we sometimes tend to do, and I've done that in the past, is to tell ourselves that we're actually way further ahead. Oh, I don't have to work on my trauma. No, I don't have to work on that. Nah, I'm a spiritual master. And then boom, the universe shows you, no, there's still some stuff you have to work on. So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself the time you need and be consistent with your spiritual practice. No matter if it's manifestation with visualization, if it's using your affirmations, if it's meditating, whatever it might be, do it consistently. And this goes also back to the first point that I mentioned, when a lot of people have this idea of the quick fix, that it happens right now. And I think that's somehow the mistake of YouTube, where you always see those videos of manifest this in 2 seconds, I had this breakthrough in 1 second, I had this spiritual awakening right now and it took 5 milliseconds. Everybody has these clickbait headlines, and then of course you think, yeah, I want the same. Or not just I want the same, you expect the same, and that's the big problem. But it's different for every person, and this brings me to the next point. Realize that many small spiritual awakenings are as good as one big spiritual awakening. Yes, I had a big spiritual awakening when I was on the balcony in Bangkok and I decided to not jump. I had a very big spiritual awakening there, but I also had smaller spiritual awakenings. And I also know people who just had a lot of smaller spiritual awakenings, which you could also say small spiritual realizations that allowed them to embark on the right journey. It doesn't have to be this one big kaboom, boom, boom, life-changing thing. Again, a lot of people tell you this, that it has to be this one boom, boom, boom thing because it sells good, because then you think, wow, I want the same. No, what you truly want is to embark on this journey. It doesn't matter if it's a small awakening, a big awakening, a tiny awakening, doesn't matter. All that matters is that you embark on the right journey, a journey of healing and a journey that leads you towards manifesting your dreams. And another thing you can do is to practice gratitude wherever you are and whatever you look at. Always be grateful. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful for your potatoes. Be grateful for your vegetables. Be grateful for this new day. Be grateful for my wonderful German accent. Can you be grateful for that? I don't know. Just be grateful for it. The more gratitude you practice, the better you will feel, and the more you will put yourself in a state of receivership. And I can't stress this enough. And yes, this line is from Dr. Joe Dispenza, not from me, but gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. If you just remember this one sentence, your whole life will change. And follow your true calling even if the world tells you that you are beeping crazy. It doesn't matter. Do it. Follow your true calling. If your gut tells you to go somewhere, but logic tells you to stay in another place, don't listen to logic. I've listened to logic for years, and I went from one job to the next job to the next job, and I hated all my jobs. And I got either fired after 1 year or I quit after 1 year. One of those two things happened. And one of my ex-employees, he actually fired me because he said I have no idea about online business and no idea about business. And today I operate multiple successful online companies. So, there you go. If you only follow your true calling, you will automatically grow on a spiritual level. But if you don't allow yourself to do that, and you are stuck in a job that you absolutely hate, I mean, how do you think you will raise your vibration? How do you think you will spiritually grow if you hate every day of your existence? And if that's really the case for you right now, then please click on the second link in the description and work with me on it. I've done it, I've been there, I went through this pain, and I can help you to get out of it and to find your true calling. I would be honored if you gave me the chance to help you to grow spiritually and to find your true calling and to then manifest your dreams. The link is in the description. And realize that 2 spiritual seekers are more powerful than 1. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Yeah, I know, I've heard that before, boring. That's what I thought whenever somebody told me that. Until I realized that it's true. If you don't have anyone in your social circle you can talk to when it comes to the law of attraction, when it comes to spirituality, and you're only surrounded by people who doubt you, who call you crazy, who tell you that you are completely nuts because you believe in the law of attraction, then you won't allow yourself, or let's say this environment won't allow you to spiritually grow. And if you don't have anyone yet, like I said, you can book a Skype manifestation coaching session with me, and we can kickstart your spiritual journey, and I can show you how you can manifest the life you truly want. But then in the long term, it's always a good idea to try to find people who are like-minded and people who you can relate to. And take full responsibility for everything you manifest into your experience. This is one of the biggest stepstones on your spiritual path. And this is also a step that most spiritual people and most deliberate creators are not willing to take. It's easy to take responsibility for the things that you want to manifest. It's a lot harder to take responsibility for the things that you manifested, but you don't want them. I'm, for example, in the position right now where I'm recovering from a health issue that I had to deal with because of something that happened more than 2 years ago. And I know that sounds crazy, but I will soon create an episode about that in which I will explain everything to you. But I manifested something 2 years ago when I was in the middle of a really nasty breakup, and I did things that were absolutely based in a low level of consciousness. And it was just one big mess. I mean, back then my life was one big mess. I can't say it any other way. I was depressed, I was constantly crying, I was in a state of self-hate, and well, then the universe gave me what matched my vibration. And because back then my negative emotions were so strong and my self-hate was so strong, the health issue that started back then and that I ignored all the time, I dragged it along and along and along. And now I'm spiritually at a place where I can deal with it and where I will overcome it. And yes, even though it's something that I'm not particularly happy about and I don't say woohoo, that's great, I take full responsibility for it. Because I know exactly, and this came to me in a meditation, I know exactly the day when I manifested it. And I take full responsibility for it. I mean, nowadays, I have 95% positive experiences. And of course, it's easy to take full responsibility for these amazing manifestations. But even though this thing is something that happened years ago, or let's say that started years ago, because that's when I manifested it, I still take responsibility for it right now. And the last point I want to mention, which will help you to spiritually grow, is to spread love in the world. Work on your self-love, forgive others and love others, and treat everyone with kindness. This will help you to spiritually grow. And if you want to work with me on your spiritual path, then you can click on the link in the description and find out more about coaching with me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.